Hi, this is Stefan Gonick, Soulmate Attraction Mentor and founder of the Soulmate Attraction Academy from single-to-soulmate.me. Welcome to Love Talk Q&A, the place to be to get your questions answered about finding and keeping the love of your life. Now in this episode, I'm going to be talking about how to create a powerful dating profile to help your soulmate find you. Now, dating sites are an amazing resource for potentially meeting your soulmate. It's not the only way for sure. In fact, it's not even my most preferred way, but so many people do it that way. I think the statistics are kind of amazing that around 30% maybe, I don't remember the exact number, but like 30% of marriages these days were between people who met through dating sites. So it makes sense to make use of this resource to be exposed to people that you would never meet otherwise. So, I think it's a good resource. But when it comes time to sign up and create their dating profile, people run into this wall of this anxiety-provoking thing, like, oh my God, I don't know what to write. What should I write? I don't know what to write. What should I put in there? Should I try and be funny? Should I try and have a really catchy title, or like, I don't know. What do I do? I'm blanking out. I'm drawing a blank. Or maybe I'll read other profiles and I'll copy things I like from other people's profiles or something like that. So your profile, when we think about it, is actually important. It makes sense it would be very anxiety-provoking because this is you representing you to all the other people on the site, right? So it makes sense that it's a little scary and it can be hard. So how do we do this? How do we write a powerful, good dating profile that'll help your soulmate find you? Well, the answer to that question is by stepping back a moment and thinking about things, and that is, you're trying to find your soulmate, I presume. I mean, some people are on dating sites just to date, just to have fun, whatever. So this is more oriented for people who are specifically wanting to find their soulmate. And if you think about the definition of your soulmate, this is going to be a person who is attracted to exactly those qualities that make you uniquely you, right? So it's not about trying to write a profile that's broadly appealing. Because if you write a profile that's broadly appealing, or say things that other people say, or copy cool sentences that you see in other people's profiles, oh, I like the sound of that, I'm going to copy that, then you're not representing you. The goal of a dating profile, in my mind, is to represent who you are uniquely. The thing that tends to hold people back a lot, the reason why they get so scared and their mind goes blank, is that they're afraid of people not liking what they wrote, right? Like if I share this about myself, well, maybe people won't like that. Okay. Well, yes, there are going to be people who don't like that, and that's a good thing, right? You're trying to find your soulmate. So if you write something about yourself that's important to you, and let's say you're a woman looking for a man, and you write this thing about you, and it turns off a whole bunch of men, it's like, good, right? Get rid of those guys, right? We want to weed out the people who are not attracted to exactly who you are, right? And one of the worst things I see people do in dating profiles is they'll keep it really short. Either because they just don't know what to say, so they'll just have it really short there, or sometimes they'll even get advice to keep it short, like, men don't like reading long profiles. So the question, and that may even be true. There may be true that a good portion, some percentage of men in the world don't like reading long profiles. But the question you need to ask yourself is, what about your soulmate? Would your soulmate want to see a really short profile, just a few sentences? Or would your soulmate want to see a long profile where you fully describe who you are, or at least describe a lot of who you are, so that he can more easily recognize you as you? Right? He's like, there she is. Right? That's the kind of reaction we want. So in a dating profile, my advice is to not be short, be long. Not say generic things like, I like walking down the beach, holding hands or in the sunset. Okay, I'm sure you do, right? But so does everybody, right? Write down the things that are especially unique about you. And also write down the things you're looking for in a partner, right? So in some dating sites, they have two different sections for that. Who I am, this section, who I'm looking for, another section. Some of them just have this one big essay. Just kind of answer all these little questions and you have just a single essay. If it's a single essay, I recommend you have two sections. This is who I am. And you write that, you filled all that in, and this is who I'm looking for. And you want to be specific in both sections, right? So you want to share who you are. Now, if you like being funny, then be funny. But don't try and be funny just because you think being funny is a good thing, right? Just be you. Write down all the things that you like that are special about you. Things you like doing, things you like being, things you like in a relationship. Everything that makes you uniquely you. And then in the section of who you're looking for, write down all the important things you're looking for. Now, I'll say that to people, and they go, but what if, a guy doesn't like what I wrote? What if what if he can't relate to it? He doesn't identify with what I'm looking for? Like, yeah, exactly. That's what we want, right? We're not trying to be broadly appealing. You're not trying to write a profile that half the guys who read it are going to like. You're trying, or women, vice versa. You're trying to write a profile to your soulmate. It's as if you're imagining, I'm writing this profile to one person, not people in general, not men in general, women in general. You're writing your profile specifically for your soulmate, who is going to identify you through your profile, or at least get a good sense of who you are through your profile, so that he or she will know that, ooh, I want to contact this person and get to know this person more, right? It's the entry point going for your soulmate to start to spot you and go, there she is maybe. There he is maybe. This is looking promising, right? That's the goal. So what I encourage you to do is be brave, be bold, embrace what makes you uniquely you, and understand it doesn't matter how many people don't like what you wrote. That's actually a good thing, because your soulmate will love what you wrote. Love what you wrote. Now, once you write your profile, put it up, and then ask your closest best friends to read it. And tell your closest best friends, I'm trying to write a profile that really expresses who I am, what is unique about me. That's really me. And say, did I succeed? Did I put me into this profile? Because they know you well. Your closest friends know you well. They know what's unique about you. And they will probably suggest some extra things, some of which will make you uncomfortable. It's like, I don't know if I want to reveal that. And if you're scared to reveal it, I understand. It can feel vulnerable, because what if people don't like it? Your soulmate will love it. And the other people, get rid of them. That's the whole point, right? You don't want to spend hours and hours and hours and hours on dating sites, going on date after date after date after date. I did that actually myself. I probably went a couple hundred dates. It's exhausting. What you want to do is narrow in as fast as possible to your soulmate, or at least your potential soulmates, right? So the more narrowly you attract people, the better. So it's those things that feel the scariest to share that are actually the best things to share, right? Now, sometimes when people say, well, okay, well, what if I have certain things like, that I'm embarrassed to share because of some issue I'm dealing with, like I have some sort of physical issue, or, a situation in my life issue that's a problem. Should I put that in the dating profile too? It's like, well, no, you don't put that kind of thing in the dating profile right up front. I do encourage you to share it by around the third date. I mean, you don't even share on the very first date. First date is about, let's just see what it feels like to be together, right? Let's not share all of our biggest issues and problems with each other. We also don't want to put it off for a really long time. So I usually recommend by the third date, you say, well, I got this thing in my life where, whatever, But other than something like that, you want to share who you are, including the things that feel scary to share. I'll say it again. The very things that feel the scariest to share, that feel the most vulnerable to share about who you really are the most important things to share about who you really are, because they're going to help your soulmate spot you. It's like, there she is, or there he is, right? So my advice, embrace everything that makes you uniquely you and boldly share it. Okay? And that will be the best way to help you and your soulmate spot each other. And hopefully your soulmate did the same thing, so you can more mutually recognize each other. So that's my advice for how to create a powerful profile that will help your soulmate find you. Hope you found it helpful. And I just want to say that no matter how long you've been looking, that love is possible for you once you identify and clear any blocks that are in your way. So I'll see you on the next episode of Love Talk Q&A. Did you like this video? If so, click on the like button below, subscribe to this channel, and spread the love to your friends. And if you have questions about your love life, please submit them in the comments below, and your question just might appear in an upcoming episode of Love Talk Q&A. Also, if you would like to understand the 3 key blocks to finding love and how to attract your soulmate now, sign up for the free Finding the Love You Want mini course. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, and remember, no matter how long you've been trying, you really can have the life and love you long for. This is Stefan Gonick, International Love Coach from FindingTheLoveYouWant.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Love Talk Q&A.